Hey everybody, welcome to Monster Monday. You see I got a new backdrop, so I'm feeling pretty special and all fancy and bougie like. So trying something new, and I thought being as I do know the world famous Misty, I thought I should really brag that up a little bit. So I do like it. So welcome everybody. Welcome to the world famous Misty. It's always good to see your face every Monday. So that's awesome. Hello. How is life treating you?
It's pretty good. Yeah. Worked all day. Had a beautiful day today. It was 50 degrees. Now we got a snowstorm coming tomorrow.
I laughed because I was looking at the weather. I don't know if that was today or yesterday, but whatever it was, whenever I was looking at it, like today or yesterday, we were colder here than most of my friends, excluding the way southern people, but like my northern tier friends, like back home in Minnesota, different parts along the way that I have friends, that we were at 30 degrees and it was like 36 at your house or something. I was like, well, shit, that's not very cold. And even at our cabin, it was only 27 degrees in that town, so that's pretty good, for this time of year. So, did you have a good weekend?
Yeah, it was okay, uneventful, but it was a good weekend. Yeah, not too bad.
I had a chill weekend, and it felt good. If I travel too much or get like too much on my plate, man, I just get like mentally run down, and that's how I came home from vacation, but I felt like mentally and physically wore out. From deer hunting, and people think you just go hunting and that's it, but I'm not in the best shape, or I'm not in the best shape I've been in anyhow. So, a lot of hiking. I was just shot. I came home and I couldn't get my shit together for most of the week. So I finally got that together, and over the weekend I was able to start something new that we're going to do a hero talk with the kids. And I did Elfies on Saturday. I had planned to do Gavins and Turbos as well, but it just didn't work out, and I was having some technical difficulty putting some things together for it. But I did get Elfies done, so I do plan to air that. And I don't know, we're gonna have to figure out when we're gonna do it, but maybe I'll air one a week or something like that through Christmas. That might be the ticket or something like that. So I don't know. So the rest of the kids, get ready. I'm going to be contacting you so we can do a hero talk. And it's just, I think Elfies is a half hour, something like that. And I don't do any editing. I don't do anything like that. It's just straight what it is. If we screw something up, we say something, whatever it is, it is. It is just raw. I just get some questions out to them and let them talk and things like that. So that was kind of cool. And so I did that Saturday, and then I went out to dinner with Amy on Saturday night, and the place lost their reservations, and I got a text saying my reservation was confirmed, but that was all I got. I thought, well, that's all I used, so I'm all good. Well, we go into the restaurant, and they're like, don't have my reservations, and I instantly go to, well, if I grab you by the throat, will you find them? So I'm like trying to be calm, and Amy always helps me like keep my balance when I'm trying to decide between should we talk things out or am I going to go crazy here. But it was all good. We ended up wandering around trying to find a place to eat. We found a place that we could get in, but it was really bougie. We were in Princeton, so we were right next to Princeton University, and it's a beautiful town. It's got a lot of cool stuff, but the restaurant we were at was a little bougie for me, and the flavors were a little too bougie for my Viking palate. So I like, meat flavored meat and that kind of thing. So I kind of laughed, but it was all good. It was all good, but it was fun to go out. We don't go out to dinner, especially anywhere that needs reservations any too often. So, that part was, it was all good. So I had a good time with it, and I made a banner up and I forgot to play it. So I'm going to hit play. There we go. I'm wishing everybody happy Thanksgiving. I can't believe it's Thanksgiving week right now.
I can't.
Thanksgiving. I mean, Thanksgiving is what, in 3 days? It's absolutely crazy. And, I put on here, I'm thankful. And I am super thankful. I got an awesome wife, a family, pretty good health. I'm getting older and I get pissed off. Things don't work how they should and stuff like that. But I have minor little problems. Even my health problems are pretty minor. And they got my blood pressure. Speaking of health issues, I was in the hospital not that long ago. I had to go in because my blood pressure was out of whack. And they're worried, I was gonna stroke out or do something stupid. And so I went in there, and then they let me go hunting, and everything was good. I just had to monitor it. So my idea of monitoring it was I looked at it once. I took my blood pressure once while I was at a cabin. I'm in a cabin in the middle of nowhere, so why look at something that's just going to give you bad news? So I was like, well, I'll just deal with that when I get home. But they put me on some meds, and I don't know jack about blood pressure meds. But they gave me one little pill to take, and it's like a 5 milligram pill. That's it, man. It's a tiny little thing. I was like, what the hell is this going to do? And I took that. The very next day, my blood pressure was back to 120/80. So I don't even know how that's possible, but it's just crazy how it works. But so I'm super thankful for health and the ability that doctors can, that we live in a time where something is taken care of so simple, and they just give you one little pill that my insurance covers. I don't have to pay nothing for. I think I paid $3 for the prescription. It was like big deal, and that was it, man. So I'm thankful for all that. And I'm awesome, that we have such, the medical things we have in this country. I'm really thankful that you can get it. And out here on the East Coast, especially, we got the best hospitals in the world right in my backyard. So if they did anything major, about the time I'm going to need it, I'll move from here and I'll live some podunkery place and I'll be at the hospital, be crazy. Yeah, Mark, some of that stuff is really, really amazing too. The drugs they make. I don't even know how that stuff works. I know he works a place that makes some cancer meds, and that stuff is just absolutely nuts. But I'm super thankful for all of you monsters, all the supporters, the heroes. I've said it before. I said it at the bash. I hate DMD, but in a weird, crazy way, I'm thankful for it because it brought me such cool things in life. Brought me, these 7 kids that we help, and on top of countless other kids that I've met with DMD through it. So it's like, it's an odd feeling to hate something and yet be thankful it was ever around. I don't even know what life would be like without it. So it's just crazy when you have that mixture. So I'm thankful for the heroes. I hope they find a cure, because now they're in my life, and now I just want the cure because they're already in my life. Let them get cured, and they'll still be there, and we can talk about these shitty days, but doing the other stuff. So that'd be pretty awesome. And I'm also super thankful that I'm able to ride thousands of miles a year, and I've done it relatively safely. A few years back I had one wreck, but I think that's pretty good. I've ridden hundreds of thousands of miles. I don't even know how many miles I've ridden in my life, but a lot. And I've only had one time I've even got hurt. So I think that's pretty good. So maybe I'll knock on wood and make sure I don't trip up. I've been hurt worse in the last year working on my motorcycle than I have been riding it. So I think that's pretty good. So I'll take it. But anyhow, with Thanksgiving here, I just thought I'd share some things I'm thankful for. So I know you're super thankful for Dylan, and I am too. So I'm happy he's in your life. Right, Dylan? There we go. I only got a half of one kind of dipped in there for a second. But I don't have a lot for tonight. The only thing I do is I want to wish Frosty Ryder Chad a happy birthday. So I don't wish everybody a happy birthday. I don't pay attention to birthdays, but I actually talked to Chad on the phone today, and I know it's his birthday, and he got a really cool birthday present. So either that was pretty badass. So I don't know if he wants me to share it or not, but he got a really cool, nice bike. So he got a new red. I don't know. I would assume it's a 2025, but it's a beautiful bike. I love that red, and especially when you put a few stickers on there. I love red because black and white stickers on there look so good. So I'm like, I do like that red bike. I don't know. Maybe I'll have to have a talk with Amy after this. See if she's in the mood for a red bike. I kind of doubt it, but that's really all I got. I don't have a whole lot tonight. We got some things coming out. I will say that we got some rides. We got some rides that we took care of, and I was going to release them today, but look for those to be released. I might even do it over Thanksgiving weekend if I can get time to get the website updated. I got everything done today on the computer, but I don't know if I'm gonna have time to get the website updated with the signups and things like that. But one of them is going to be the Monster 250, and that's going to be a great ride. And it's on Father's Day weekend, a 3-day event that you'll be signing up for. So that's just a little teaser, and it's going to be across the country celebrating the country's 250th birthday and Mile Monster's 5-year birthday. So those are pretty significant milestones, really. So it'll be kind of cool. And I don't know how much news you got. I didn't even ask you when I started, so I'll leave it up to you.
Okay. I don't have a ton, but some. Oh, I have an echo.
I don't hear it.
Good, I'm glad. Okay. Crazy Ladies are on day 328. They're
328. And the end of the month is right around the corner. You know, we're talking next Monday is the 1st of December, and they are down to 31 days. I think that's insane.
It is. It absolutely is. I spoke with Honor just before the show, too. She wants to let everybody know that the Walking M Challenge ends this Sunday. So, you know, if you're planning on doing that challenge, get out and get it done. So you'll be in 6 inches of snow if you're doing it here in Minnesota soon, but yeah, get out and get that done.
I'm going to Georgia for Thanksgiving. I'm thinking I could maybe walk an M somewhere. Maybe I'm going to be in the woods, so maybe I'll do it in the woods and just random country and just walk an M.
So yeah, so that ends Sunday. She wanted to let everybody know to get out and get that done. Also, the Mini Hero ride, in case you don't have time to do 1,000 miles, with the shorter days and that now too. 507 miles within 13 hours is great. If you don't have time to do the 1,000 miles. So that's the Mini Hero ride. So
I like those rides. I like those rides that you don't have to do 1,000 miles. And that's what we're trying to do. Next year's rides we put forth, where people have some options. So it's a little easier, or not to be on a bike at all. There's people that want to do cool stuff, but they don't have a motorcycle. And so trying to do some of that too.
Yeah. Like that Walking M. That's a pretty cool idea. Okay. In hero news, Alfie, we heard will be switching schools soon. Sounds like he's kind of excited about that. I don't know if did he talk to you at all about that?
No. Nope. I talked to that. I never talked to him about the switch. School came up about some things, but he never said anything about switching it. So I kind of laughed. He cracks me up with school. So like when he says stuff, I just kind of try not to. I try to be good, like he's my own kid. But man, there's part of me that just wants to be like, oh, fuck it, like. Like you're in school and things can be tough and you can just be a little wild and that's that. So not really losing any sleep over it, but I tried my best to give him good advice.
Yeah,
and remember he's a kid.
Jamie just piped in and said we have his phone. So yeah, well that's our Alfie, but.
Yeah, exactly. But don't be too hard on him, and don't take his phone too much. That's all I got to get a hold of him. So you should at least have it back for an hour to talk to monsters. Like he cannot talk to his friends, but he can reply to any monsters that he talks to. That'd be all right.
Mm-hmm. Newcastle played yesterday and they won. So of course he was pretty ecstatic about that. He has blood work.
I did talk about that. Hey, that game, the game that he won. Not only did they win, but they beat Jack's team. So they were playing.
Hear that. Oh.
Yeah, they were playing Man City. That might have been on Saturday. Whatever day I talked to, when I did my hero talk with him, he said they were playing Man City, and I said, "Oh, Jack will be happy." And Elfie thought they were going to lose, and then they won. So I'm thinking Jack probably cried, and Elfie cheered. So had a 50-50 shot there.
Yeah, could have went the other way. He has blood work tomorrow, and because they want to check up on his new meds and see how they're working. So
perfect. I hope the blood work comes back great and it's working good.
No, I do too, because they work so hard for that. Mr. Turbo, I don't have a lot on him, but of course, Kimmy had the dental work done today, and Turbo was pretty worried about his sister. You know, our Turbo.
He's got a big heart.
He has a huge heart, so he was worried about that. And Tuesday last week, Honor and Rolo stopped by and visited Turbo, so that looked like that was kind of fun for him. So that was good.
Yeah, that was really cool. And that Rolo is one of the toughest people I know. Like
yeah,
I've hung out with some pretty badass dudes in my life and had some pretty tough people come and go out of my life. Man, she is something else. Ride like crazy, get in an accident, wreck your bike, figure it out, ride every day, and then as soon as you're good enough to ride again, she rides to Cali, hangs out with Turbo, rides back. She's at like 95,000 miles for the year. So this is going to be another year that a monster hits 100,000 miles, you know, riding in a year. So I think that's just, she's super badass, and I dig it. And Honor and Rolo riding to Cali, you know, two of the most badass riders I know, and them combined wearing their gear weigh less than I weigh. If you put the two of them together, they don't weigh what I weigh, and they're two of the most badass riders, you know, around. So I just think that's super cool.
That's pretty awesome. I love it.
Yep, really awesome.
Mr. Brody, he had a fun weekend celebrating his cousin's birthday, and then they did some Christmas decorating. He only has 2 days of school this week, so he's pretty excited about that. Then it's Thanksgiving break. Kylie had contacted Jessica and will be borrowing one of Gavin's chairs as he's been falling a little more often lately. So they're working on getting that done, and there'll be some challenges and adjustments that need to happen. For
that is,
Brody.
And that's tough. That's tough, but you know, that transition time is not easy, and I can't believe, you know, how hard that would be mentally, you know, on people. But that part of it would be awful. So it's really super tough. But as they transition to whatever that next phase is, these kids are so tough. They adjust and adapt so quickly that I'm always just, if that was me, you know, I would take it much longer and much harder. And they just, you know, are very resilient, and I'm really proud of them for that. So Brody, you know, good luck with that. And, you know, don't think that it's anything to be ashamed of or anything. Use your chair and save your strength. You know, don't think that you got to walk or run everywhere you go. Like, save that for when you need it.
Yep, exactly. And I think it's so awesome that they have the other moms. Well, Dylan just said that, the OG hero moms, you know, to help out. So.
Yeah, exactly. And those are tough. Those are tough to not know what's coming and how to deal with it when it comes. And it's just nice to have a little network to fall back on, because the stress, I don't know how people deal with that kind of stress level, you know, of what they need and the changes or anything. So, like, I'll have to reach out to his mom. I've been so busy. I've been lax on some of the things like that. So see if there's anything we can do that they need. So if there's anything, Kylie, if you're watching, if there's anything you need to make Brody's life easier, just send me a text, and don't be bashful about just straight up telling me what you need or want or anything, and we'll be good. So yeah, that's the truth too. Thank you, Texica, for being an amazing hero mom. That is pretty awesome.
That's great. They also have a DMD clinic next month, so they'll have that to do. Mr. Jackson, Mike had a conference with Jackson's teacher, and he's doing much better with listening, and he's starting to participate a little more. Thanksgiving will be at home with them and the kids, and Jackson has been practicing his song for daycare for the Christmas program. He'll be singing, "I Want a Hippopotamus for Christmas."
Well, if you're going to ask for anything, a hippopotamus would be pretty cool.
Yeah, I want to see a video of that just so they all know. We got to see a video of him singing. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
His the meds seem to be working for him, you know. So,
good. So that is good. There's so many steroids out there and so many things that it's you got to figure it out. and takes a little bit.
On to Gavin. He went to Houston for the Bills game. It didn't turn out the way he hoped it would, but then that happens, Gavin. So yeah.
Yep.
He at least got to go.
At least he was at the game in Buffalo when they won, and they lost in Houston. So at least he could walk out of there with his jersey on. If they would have won, all the Texans would have hated him. So it works out all right.
That's true. Last night, they went out to eat at a Brazilian steakhouse for a friend's birthday. So we had a pretty good time there. Today, he had
I love Brazilian food.
Today, they had an appointment to go over all his equipment and therapy needs. Tomorrow is his lumbar appointment. So hopefully they get the inside on what's happening to his left leg. So prayers to you guys with that, because I know they're waiting to see how that turns out. I don't know what you're laughing at, but it's hard to
I was laughing at Dylan's comment I put it up there because at least he's not a Vikings fan. But if you're a Vikings fan, there are no emotional. If you're a Vikings fan, there aren't many roller coasters. You're just always pissed off.
It's so funny because the people that live in Minnesota here who are our friends, they freak out when the Vikings lose. It's like, seriously, you really thought they were gonna win?
Yeah. And I don't know. No MRI tomorrow. They called and wanted $11,000. Like I haven't got the story with that yet, but that's insane. Like, what is insurance covering? Why isn't insurance paying that?
Why isn't insurance? Yeah, we'll have to hear that.
That sucks, and I'm sorry, Gavin, because that is awful. That they want $11,000 to do an MRI. You're not buying the machine. You're just getting an MRI. So that's crazy.
Yeah, last year they must have changed the plans apparently. Wow.
Yeah, for sure. And I did have to laugh because Robert is a fan of Brazilians too, but we're not talking about getting waxed. We're talking about the food. So I know Robert's all like, he wants to keep everything all clean and nice. So he likes to get the Brazilians done, but that's not what we're talking about here today. So we're talking about dinner. Talking about dinner, not your manscaping.
It's a kid's show, Robert.
Yeah. So far I've slipped and swore and I've said manscaping all on the kids show. So I don't know. I gotta regroup here. Maybe I'll just be quiet and let you talk.
Oh, go ahead.
No.
The only other thing I have is no school this week for Gavin. Thanksgiving. So he's got more to come in the next month. We'll talk about next week. So
yeah, I don't know. They have so much time off school. Maybe if they went to school during the school year, they could have actually a little more time during the summer. Maybe. And I would rather not have 75 days off and be done, That's crazy.
Huh.
That's
I think it just that was the cap price with no insurance, I suppose. Wow.
Yeah, I don't understand that at all. So why doesn't insurance cover that? I don't know. But oh well. Just another one of the many headaches. So we'll have to solve that and see what's up.
They're always having to jump through hoops, aren't they? My word. That's what I have
so many. Do. Well, that's awesome.
I don't think he meant to do that. I'm guessing Riot will be right back. I think that's all I have. So,
hey, I'm back. No, I didn't. I was like, I don't know what's up. I went to swipe to say hi to a few people, and I went to hit the comments to see who was there, and then I'm like, all of a sudden I was gone. So I'm glad. For a second there, I thought I killed the show, but at least I just
still there.
I wanted to switch sides with you, and you should really be on that side anyhow. So
that's my better side. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like that side's like who's in charge, and you're world famous, and I'm just Riot. So I think that is a better setup. So I have to do that next time to put me on last. It'll be all good. But I saw that Birdman was on here. So I wanted to say hello. So if you remember, Birdman's the one that makes all the cool rosaries.
Yep.
So, and they're really, really awesome. And I haven't seen Birdman lately, so hope all is well. That's it. So Iceman, I talked to him today, so I know he's doing good. And I was glad to see Raindrop pipe in with a comment. I was just thinking about her today. So hello, Raindrop, because I haven't talked to her since the Jesus tour. So I feel like I've just been out of touch with a few of the monsters because I've been so busy since the bash. You know, our bash was in September, and it's been just a whirlwind ever since. I got home from that, and bang, I'm in Texas. I get home from Texas, and bang, I'm heading to Minnesota and there for 2 weeks, and now I'm home again for a little bit, and now we take off again. So it's crazy, but anyhow, just so everybody knows, I haven't forgotten about you. So thanks for tuning in. That's all I got. Nice. I wanted to try to keep it short tonight, so that's pretty awesome. And I said to myself, "Well, keep it short, and I'm not going to drink any caffeine after 6 o'clock tonight, so I can sleep." And then what I do, I find myself grabbing a Diet Dr. Pepper because I was thirsty, and that fridge was right there before we started. So now I'm going to complain to Amy that I'm bouncing up the walls tonight at 11:30. Well, she's trying to sleep, and I'm twiddling with my phone or turning the TV on. So that's that. So, honey, if you're watching, don't plan on going to bed in the next hour. So that's that. You got anything else to add?
Just to wish everybody a very happy Thanksgiving.
Yes, everyone, have a great Thanksgiving. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you for supporting us. We're working on a lot of things for 2026. We're going to have a monster big year again. We got it all laid out. I just have to get some things with the website ready for signups and things like that. But next week at the latest, we will be ready to go with all of that. So stay tuned for that. If anybody needs to know about dates, just keep in mind Father's Day weekend. We got something going on for 3 days, and the 10th of October is going to be our big monster ball. A lot of details coming for that, but it's going to be the 8th and 9th. We're going to have a rally to it, and the 10th will be the ball in Houston. So I hope everybody can make that. We are doing something totally different, totally crazy that we've never done before. So it's going to be pretty epic, I think. And to celebrate our 5 years helping these heroes, it's going to be something different and something epic. So that's how we roll, and I think it'll be awesome. So I'm really looking forward to another great year. Another great year of lots of miles and smiles. So really can't complain about that.
That'll be awesome.
And if anybody's having tacos, make sure to let me know, because we always go out and have turkey, but I never gave tacos really a chance for Thanksgiving. So maybe next year we should have a taco Thanksgiving to see what we're really thankful for. So that'd be pretty good. So that's that. I don't have anything else. Oops. Oh, I almost hit the out, and I'm like right in the middle of seeing if you had anything. I almost played the out thing, and you were done.
I don't.
But we all good, Dylan? We good? Awesome. So we're all good, Misty?
We are all good.
Awesome. All right, everybody. Have a great Thanksgiving, and